Well, I just came back from a shopping spree trip. My trailer's dropped. You can see it in the mirror there. The doors are still there. I was surprised nobody tried to steal it while I was away. Big surprise, but it was cool. But I was watching one of my brother's last videos on his Russian language channel, and he was using a pretty neat trick with camera angles, and I decided I wanted to buy another camera. And Alex was never happy with GoPros. I remember I bought him a GoPro, or I think I had a spare one, and I just shipped it to him, and then he had all kinds of troubles with it. It didn't want to work in cold temperatures, so we found that it could be fixed under warranty. So even in Russia he was able to send it for repair, and then when it came back it started doing the same thing. Basically in cold temperature it was shutting down after like a couple of minutes. They thought it was the battery, but you know, these older models, they had the battery built in, so you cannot just buy a spare battery like on these new models, right? They have, like on my GoPro 8 I have two batteries. I can, you know, interchange them, so if one goes bad. So anyway, it's much better design. But back then it was all single body, so he got disappointed with all these GoPros, and he started using a small Sony camera. You know, it kind of like looks like a big cigar, right? Like that shape, like a tube instead of a square cube like GoPros. And you don't put it on top of your head, you put it on the side, like here. And actually I see sometimes that they show soldiers in the army and they have a camera here, right? And he says that he had that Sony for like 3 years, and it shoots very well, except that it's not waterproof. And that's why sometimes he says he still thinks about GoPros, because they're all waterproof by default, and sometimes like when you're in the sea, you know. So he still wants to get one, but he does have an older one, and so he used that one to create a separate angle, and I like that, and so I decided I want to do that too. And so I went on the Best Buy website to see if there's any deals, because now it's a Labor Day long weekend, right? And I see they had some cameras with discounts, and I was just about to leave, and the store is open for indoor shopping, and I was just about to leave, and then the pickup truck that was here 2 times before, and I was hiding in my sleeper. I'm not sure if they were my, you know, YouTube fans, or they were just looking at my dozer. But then I was about to leave, they showed up for the 3rd time, the same pickup truck, and the guy came over, we shook hands, and he told me that he was watching all my videos, so we shoot the breeze for a while. And this guy is a heavy equipment operator, and he was happy to see the dozer, the pipe layer. And then we said goodbye, and I drove bobtail to the Best Buy, which is near the lake. It's about 20 clicks from here, 15 miles. I drove there, did some shopping, was trying to find if they have any Sonys, because I'm open. If my brother says, you know, he's been testing it, right? Like I never shoot in rain, so I'm okay with if it doesn't have water protection. But I couldn't find any Sony cameras. They didn't have any Sony action cameras. The only action cameras they did have were Hero 7, but they all sold out like one generation before my Hero 8. And then of course they have Hero 8 at $299 US, and then they had Hero 9 at $350 US, and then they have the new GoPro Hero Max, which is like a 360 camera. That one was $499. And I said, man, what about the open box? I thought you had a Hero 8 for $250 open box. You know, I just need a second camera. I know returns are usually okay. People don't break them, they just didn't like them. And let's say the guy bought Hero 8, and then he decided to get, oh, my iPhone is restarting. There was some big iOS update, and it's asking me, yeah, update available, are you sure you want to download it on the roaming network, because that's my Canadian phone. I say, yeah, go ahead. So it's been downloading. I went to the store to get coffee, and now I'm back 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, and finally it's finished and it's installing. By the way, the Samsung S21 I'm using here in Port Huron, turns out they do have the 5G network, because I see at the top right, you know, where it says what kind of network you're on, and this is a Verizon phone. Over here it says 5G, but I didn't notice any speed improvements, except, you know, I watched a video earlier on this on how to make this phone faster, S21, and I found some cool tips online where you can activate developers menu, like a hidden developers menu, and you can get rid of all the effects, like when you change screens, you know. And this Samsung now is crazy fast. It's crazy fast. I tried to see if anything like that was available on iPhone. I couldn't find it. But anyway, so I spent some time inside looking at all these cameras, trying to think if I should get another. Yeah, they said that OpenBox 8 was sold already by the time I got there, so it was either get another Hero 8 at $299 US, or pay $50 more and get Hero 9. And I asked the guy, said, you don't have anything cheaper, like you don't have an open box like Hero 9? He says, no, actually now it's on sale. Typically a regular price is $400, so it was $50 off. I said, okay, I'll take 9, because I wasn't sure I wanted the same 8, and so that's what I bought. And of course they don't give you any SIM cards or anything, so I got this, but it does come with a case. You see inside there's a case. So this is Hero Black 9. This one shoots at photos at 20 megapixels, and video is 5K at 30 or 4K 60. You can go 10 meters underwater, 33 feet, and this one can do 1080p live streaming. And you see in the top right corner it says, what is this? Hyper Smooth 3, whereas Hero 8 has Hyper Smooth 8, which is great. It's like a stabilization effect, you know. And so I got this one, and I got the 128 Ultra Plus card, because I don't think I have any more of these mini cards left. And so now I went inside the Meijer and I did some more shopping, because, you know, inside here, like, by the way, this one, I got this one. Remember I used to have that 400 watt super annoying power drive, the same make and model, I mean the same make power drive, but it was always beeping, especially when I was you know, the engine was off. This thing was, that 400 watt thing always had an issue charging my laptop, because my MacBook is 140 watts. And finally I got so annoyed with that beeping, like I cannot just, you know, run my 15-liter diesel engine just so that 400 watt stupid thing would be happy to charge my laptop. And so I threw that one in the garbage when I was at Iowa 80 truck stop, and I went in and I said, okay, I just want something slightly higher in capacity than 140 watt laptop. And so I got this one, 175. Guess what? This thing is perfectly okay charging with the engine non running. So this is perfect. This is way better than 400 watts thing, because that one was always complaining of low voltage, you know, with this is super annoying beeping. And then if it beeps, it means it's not charging. And also the plug, like, you know, this thing was getting super hot, and I already lost, I keep forgetting I have to fix this. My fuse burned, so only this one is working. But this one is great, except for my iPhone and the Samsung S21. I don't have any mobile 12-volt chargers except this one. I had the bigger one, but I lost that one somewhere, so now I have this tiny baby thing, and it keeps forever to charge the Samsung or iPhone. And so that's one of the reasons I went inside the Meijer. I wanted to buy something more serious. And so I got this. I went in the electronics department and I got this for 29 bucks, lightning car charger. So this one has a dedicated cable inside, so you cannot do USB. It's already lightning, is already connected. So this is for iPhone. And I asked the guy, do you have anything with maybe dual ports, like one for the iPhone, one for the Android, my Samsung? He says no, but you can get this, of course, for another $29. But but because I have this spot, and then in my sleeper I have one on this side and one on that side. So I want to keep these, and I got a bunch of cables. Cables are not an issue, but so this is gonna be my Samsung charger, and the other one is gonna be my iPhone charger. So, and I can take one of them into my car, right? So in the Dodge Charger, so I can take one of these chargers into my charger. And then the last thing I bought was, I'm not happy with those. I don't know if you watched my other video on the accordion channel, but I tried to attach pieces of tape to the buttons to mark do, mi, sol notes, you know, in each octave. And now it looks like a child's horror toy, but also they keep falling off because they you know, you can feel those pieces of tape, you know. And so I decided, no, forget it. So I'm gonna get some nice markers, and tonight I'm gonna have some fun, you know, coloring the buttons on my accordion. So if they stay permanent, so be it, you know. But I want to do, like, you know, I see like it has black. I can use black for do, which is C, and then, and because on my accordion, do, mi, sol go like in a 3-row under each other. Do, mi, sol, like vertically, and it really helps when I have do, mi, sol, do, mi, sol, do, mi, sol. So black will be C or do, and then maybe blue will be mi, or what is it, E? A, B, C, D, E, I think, right? And then sol, I think it's either F or G. I think G, maybe I'll make it, you know, like one of these, like super bright. So black, let's say green, and maybe red. Yeah, or blue maybe. Black, blue, red. Yeah, those ones. Black, blue, red. So I'm gonna color the 3 buttons. And I'm progressing very well with the accordion. Now I'm up to Kalinka Malinka, the new song that I'm learning, lesson 3. So by the time I'm in Moscow in December, pick up my second accordion, the custom-made model, I think I'll at least I'll play 5-6 songs, you know. I'll be able to play 5-6 songs. And so the plan for tomorrow is, I want to compare, because when I switched from Hero 6, I think I had, right? It's Hero 5 or Hero 6. I know that little cube, right? I had 2 of those, and then I gave them to Alan, the retired plumber from Keswick, Ontario. I hope he was able to do something with them, because he said he was trying to get into this video shooting game. And I said, here, they're lying around. I'm not using them because I switched to Hero 8. And one thing I noticed when I switched from that cube to Hero 8 is that the picture quality in video improved, you know, dramatically, because they always change something, right? Like on this one, it has a much higher resolution for photos, so 20 megapixels instead of 12 on Hero 8, and also it can do 5K 30, whereas I think Hero 8 is limited to 4K. I never use those. I always shoot in 1080p at 60, but maybe the processor is better here, maybe the quality is better of the final video, and this one should be smoother because it has this Hyper Smooth 3 engine, right? So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, you guys may watch that video, is I'm gonna compare Hero 9 and Hero 8 in a typical shooting scenario. I'll try putting it on my chest, maybe on my belt, on my head, and see, like in the same 1080p 60, you know, super view, for example, and just go maybe into a store, or you know, go buy something and just see, and then compare the picture quality. And I haven't opened it yet, so tomorrow I'll do some unboxing of this. So that's what's gonna be happening. And I'm busy, I'm doing paperwork, you know, I don't have time to get bored. Oh, some guy called me today. Sergei, you don't know me, I watch all your videos. I'm from Illinois, I'm 78 years old, and we had a nice chat. So this gentleman was a trucker himself a long time ago, and he's watching my videos, and he thanked me for being humble, which reminds me, I gotta stop posting some bad responses to some bad comments. You know, I should just delete them. If somebody says something really stupid, sometimes I tend to, you know, overreact, and then that guy would say something like, oh, that was rude. Like, wait a second, you stepped on my toes in the first place telling me I'm a moron and I should clean my truck and all this stuff, right? And when I respond with my own comment, you get angry. Like, don't make me angry. You will not like me when I'm angry. All right? Okay. Be cool, Sergey. Be cool. All right. Yeah, next time I'm just gonna delete the stupid comments, and that's it. So anyway, yeah, check back tomorrow. And today I already published the video, so maybe I'll publish this one tomorrow, Sunday, because I already did the last video from Eaton Commons. Yeah, I probably should do this Sunday. So I'm here till Tuesday. I wanted to go to a hotel, but a lot of them are booked, especially the cheaper ones. So now you have to pay like almost $100 US per night to go to a hotel. So I stay on the truck. I'm okay here. You know, the temperature now is very nice. It's not cold, not hot. It's very, very cool. I mean, it's very comfortable to sleep in the truck, and I have a beautiful sleeper on this one. And some people were asking about those two trucks. Yeah, and I can confirm, unfortunately for Kenworth, that out of those two trucks, W990 and Pete 567, I like Pete better. Well, first off, Pete, I'm pretty sure had more power. It was 605 horsepower, 250 torque. Whereas like one of the trucks had the same, they both had the same engine, but one of the trucks had less power and less torque. I think it was the K-Whopper, because Pete, I was doing a B-train, right, with 130,000 pound payload, 200 gross. But the main fact was that inside they were pretty similar, right? Like they had this new virtual electronic dash, like totally different from what I have here, because I have like analog gauges, right? Whereas on those two trucks, because they're 2021, you can change the position of all the gauges because they're all electronic. They're all kind of like virtual gauges, right? But I really liked the visibility from the Peterbilt, because it's an aerodynamic model. I'll be honest with you, I don't care for these classic trucks. It's just stupid, you know, when you're used to the sloped hood, like you see here. Okay, I'm sitting like this, you see, that's my hood, and that's why you see whenever I'm being passed by a Peterbilt truck, like a classic 378 or 379 or 389, you can never see the driver, because his head is like this, you know, it's way below the steering wheel. It's like they're sitting on the floor, because I'm guessing, even though they say they love the, you know, the classic look, but they get annoyed by the huge hood that sticks out 50 feet in front of them, so you cannot see anything. And since I'm in Canada, where, you know, we were for a long time, we were limited in our wheelbase. For a long time, maximum was 244 inches, and now I have 254. And if I ever get a next truck, it'll definitely be something like 265, because now I know that's allowed. But I need a longer wheelbase, slightly longer, for, you know, better weight distribution. But I'm more used to kind of like 240, 260 type of deal, right? Not 300 or 315. And I prefer, for maneuverability, I prefer setback axle. like what my truck has, not a set forward axle. Because set back axle, it's easier to turn, easier to maneuver in tight spaces, you know. And so that's the truth. Yeah, out of those two trucks, I would choose the P3 567 because of the visibility, and it was a pretty comfortable, nimble truck to steer with that humongous B train. So thanks for watching. Happy L Day, everyone. Check back tomorrow for the new video about we'll be comparing Hero 9 and Hero 8. Captain Sergei out.